Okay, so the next system is Fuji. This is one of my favorites. Fuji is a system to build more impulse. So using Fuji all around your pitch, so all around the 5 steps, the goal is to use the 4 impulse factors and sprinkle them all over your pitch at the beginning and during your pitch, pretty much. 80% are already predetermined no's, we said in LOA, 10% are yeses. 20% are people on the fence. So the goal of Fuji is to get the 10% of people to say maybe, to get them over the fence to say yes or no, doesn't matter to us, quicker. The point of Fuji is to help people to make a decision faster, because we don't have time. The goal is that we got to move and talk to the next person, run the next show, talk to the next customer, etc. So the first factor is fear of loss. So you want to fear of loss the event and explain, hey, we're only here for X amount of days. We only come once a year, twice a year. This is the last time this year, the last time before Christmas, etc. And then you also want to fear of loss in the product. We constantly run out of product. This is an inventory-based business, so we're constantly running out of sizes, colors, products, items, all kind of stuff. So you want to explain to people this is not a stocked item on the shelf. You basically want to say during your pitch, hey sir, so you will not see this when you come back to shop here, which is why it typically retails for $500. Today is $30. You go into the stress the deal, the 5 steps, whatever. Then urgency. A sense of urgency means you want to be moving from person to person. If you don't do this, if people feel that they are busier than you, they will not stop and talk because they're always concerned about money and time, just like we all are. So the point is that your body language needs to always look busy. You need to restock, act busy, move quickly. You want to move fast all the time. So you want to think about, you know, when you're in a store or you're coming out of the movie theater or whatever and it's raining and you know where your car's at, and think about how quickly do you walk, right? That's how fast you want to be walking all the time. Every time in the store, if you're ever paused or waiting or like, hey, how's it going? It's not going to work. So you want to show urgency with your body language first and then verbally. So when you talk to people, you don't want to say things really fast and not even pause in your words. What you want to do is use words like real fast, super quick, right now, to make sure that people understand that there's urgency and on your words as well. And then never spend too much time on one person. Remember, the point of this is not to make more sales. We're trying to market an item and get the brand out there. So it's not about the sale. Don't spend too much time on somebody thinking that they will buy it and that's good. The goal of the system is to close, get people to make a decision faster so we can advertise or talk to the next person. Never spend too much time on one person. That is urgency, okay? So let's make sure that you can see that really well there. The next one is greed factor. There's 3 types of greed. You have active greed, passive, and then the Jones effect. Greed factor is, I mean, everybody knows. It's everyone wants what everybody else has. Everyone has an iPhone. You want an iPhone. Everybody has the new Jordans. You want the new Jordans. Everybody's eating in that restaurant. You want to go to that restaurant. So there's active greed, which is created by the customer. We're not in control of this. This might be a customer that walk up to your table and they've already seen the product before or whatever. They can have a positive impact, so they make the sale for you. You're talking to somebody else comes over and they say, hey, this is great, can I get some more? And the other person that's thinking about it, they take it. So that would be called a buying frenzy. These are very fun. It's very exciting. Use that as testimonials for sure. It could also be negative. Somebody comes up and they really didn't like the product, just like we've all bought something. We had an expectation and then it didn't work that well. So we're always going to find those people, and that's okay as well. They can bust the sale. So all you do is, somebody comes up to your table and they're negative about the experience they had maybe with a prior item or something even similar. It might not even be your stuff. They're going to bust the sale. So all you can do is just tell them to have a great day and move on to the next person. Don't take it personal. Then you can have passive greed, which is what we create. So you want to use testimonials or indifference. So in the middle of a conversation, let's say there's I'm showing this item to somebody and showing them the new features of the iPhone because that's what I'm advertising. And the person I'm talking to, they're like, wow, this is super cool. And they give me this like wow factor. So I can use it. I'm going to use a testimonial right there and say, hey, I know the last person that saw this feature of the iPhone bought one for himself. They came back the next morning and bought an iPhone for the whole family plan. So let me show you. And then you keep going on your conversation. And then you have Jones effect, which is add one up to the last member. So when you teach this back, you want to be drawing one house at a time. So let's say this is neighbor number A that has a swimming pool. And then the neighbor number B sees the swimming pool and they're like, well, I don't want to be less than my neighbor next door, so I'm going to get a slide installed on my pool. So he gets a slide. Neighbor C, number B. Neighbor C sees that and he's like, or she's like, I don't want to be less than them either. So I'm going to get a slide installed on my pool and also a hot tub. Basically, this happens all the time. Think about it. So you want to use that during your day as well. Here's an example. It says, a member called Bob just took 3 of these for gifts. Did you need just 1 or did you need to grab 3 just like Bob did? This helps people make a decision faster. And then the last impulse factor is the indifference. So basically it says, don't be pushy. We are marketing stuff, not selling stuff. Like, we're obviously going to sell it, and I mean, Sam's will sell it, like people will buy it, right? But nobody likes to be sold, so that's why we don't use that perspective. We want to just be marketing people. We don't want to be pushy or seem that very desperate, because we're not. So you want to do 2 no's and go. The first time they say no, we always give people another shot because everybody's predetermined. Most people are predetermined to say no off the bat, so we give them a second shot. Second time they say no, we move on. Don't try to turn no's into yeses. Our goal is not to convince somebody, right? Indifference is an attitude, is a state. It's not caring or not giving a crap about whatever. Indifference is the attitude of really understanding and being confident. So let's say I hate pizza. So I hate pizza. You're trying to advertise pizza to me or sell it to me, and I tell you, no, I don't want pizza. I don't like it. I'm not interested. It doesn't matter what you say after that I'm not going to start liking pizza just because you told me. You want to think, for example, about your pet or your favorite restaurant, or maybe you had like a boyfriend or a girlfriend that your family didn't like, and they're like, well, this is not the best fit for you. You didn't break up with that person. You kept going because you don't really, what really matters is what you like, right, and what you want. So we don't want to turn a no into a yes. If somebody's not interested, we just, hey, no problem. Have a great day. Body language, and a few ways of expressing indifference would be panda pause. So it means you put your hands like this and say, hey, no problem, you know. A step back, so giving people that sense of they have space. Sometimes we get too close to people, or at least, you know, could be a mistake we make. You want to do a shoulder shrug. It always seems like you're really confident in what you're saying when you go like this, like, hey, you know, that's what it is. You shrug your shoulders, or your hand wave like this, like, hey, no big deal. Ways that you can use indifference verbally is saying things like no problem or totally up to you. So if somebody's like really not interested or whatever, I'm going to be like, hey, it's totally up to you. I just hate for you to miss out in case you know somebody that would use this for a gift or whatever. So that's Fuji. Again, the goal is that you use all of these impulsive factors to create, to sprinkle and to make your pitch a lot more like complete, which will make you see like a huge difference in the field when you first start. Does that make sense? And that's Fuji. Thanks.